Why make trillions when we could make billions?
Hello, this is Dem Apples here. I'm a little bit under the weather today. Have a bit of a sore throat, but I'm going to record a video anyway. Today I'm going to play a little bit of $10 No Limit Hold'em. And today's topic will be about what kind of lines to take to get the maximum value out of your good hands. I'll talk about, if you flop a really big hand, multi-way, is it better to lead out? Is it better to just call? Is it better to lead the turn or check the turn or check raise? So we're gonna go over that kind of stuff if it comes up. If you guys notice that the dollar amounts or the cent amounts are not showing up right next to the image, and that's actually just the Full Tilt software acting up. There's nothing to do on my part, nothing to do with the recording. Hopefully they'll fix that with the next update. But I'm not gonna raise threes here, just because the big blind was very loose passive. So I don't like playing out of position with small pairs against loose passive opponents. I'm just gonna wait for some good hands, not gonna do anything crazy. Gonna raise ace jack here against a standard tight aggressive opponent. The raise in early position means that I'm probably beat here, so jack 9, there's no reason to fool around with this hand in mid position full ring. I mean, a lot of the time I'll be out of position if I raise in mid position, and jack 9 flops okay, but it's not a great hand. Yeah, just gonna this guy is really tight. Definitely raising his blind. Okay, well, we do have a limper here, so that kind of changes my plan. I'm not gonna limp with ace 4, and jack 6 is garbage. Just more garbage. But what's great about rush poker is, the hands come so fast. It's easier to maintain your discipline. That's why I really like rush poker. I don't know anything about this guy, so I'm just gonna fold 4-5. This guy seems to be kind of fishy. I'm gonna actually raise ace jack here in position and to 4x and just try to isolate the limper. Even though he's a short stack, he might shove on me, but I feel like ace jack is ahead of his limping range in late position. I should be able to take this down with just a small bet here, but he's never gonna fold absolutely anything. Queen jack high floats, so there's really no point. I don't think I get any worse hand to call me, but maybe I do. I'm not really sure. That's a decent hand because that's a decent card for me because I can easily represent the queen because I raised him and he wouldn't check. If he raises here, he's either on a bluff or he had a 10 or something the whole way. And ace jack high is good most of the time here, unless he bets. But definitely folding to a bet because in that case he either slow played something like a 10 or he hit a backdoor flush if he bets. So I don't think he's okay. Well, with that size bet. Ace jack ever good here. I just don't think my hand's any good at this point. I think he had a pretty big hand. Maybe he had a queen with a kind of crappy kicker and he was just trying to make sort of like a defensive bet with like a weak pair type thing. So, but in that case, he was never folding to a raise because he was so short stacked. Once again, just proves like the more standard and nitty you play, like the better you'll be, like the better off you'll be, because these guys just don't fold anything. He probably floated me on the flop with like, or wait, no, I did check the flop, didn't I? But he wouldn't have folded queen high if I bet. So ace 5 is a little too weak to raise even on the button. Don't know anything about this opponent. Ace 5 is a little too weak, out of position, so I'm just gonna fold. I'm playing really tight out of position. And probably gonna raise king 8 on the button, simply because I don't have any information about these guys, and that kind of changes my plans. Okay. 10-7 out of position. Not getting any good hands here, but so as you guys can tell, I do record. I also record all of my sessions. I don't pick and choose and edit out. Only keep the good ones. I don't do anything like that. Simply because I don't have time to pick and choose the best session. So the fact that my first 10 videos or so, like 9 out of 10 of them were winning sessions, and that's just completely incidental. It has nothing to do with me picking the best ones. As you can tell, I always also include all of them, including the really crappy ones. Queen King, I'm pretty decent, but I'm out of position, so I'm gonna err on playing tight. Queen 10 is a better place to call than King Queen, simply because this position is better, but Queen 10 is still a little bit too weak. Not gonna steal with Queen 3. Not gonna steal with 7-4. Haven't really had any good hands yet. Like, I haven't had ace king or anything, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes you're card dead for a while, and probably gonna limp 9-10 suited if there's like a caller or two. If it folds to me, I'm raising. If someone raises, oh, that's just asking to be 3-bet. He only raised 2.5x. That's I don't like playing small pairs even when it's lumped around, simply because they don't ever flop well, and especially under the gun, I'm just gonna be out of position, and almost every flop, I'm gonna hate. And if I'm raised, I have to fold out of position. So I just don't like playing small pairs. Okay, here's a real hand. This guy's raising pretty big here. I think I'm just gonna raise like standard, like raise to $1. He raised to 35 cents. I'm gonna re-raise to $1. It's pretty standard. I don't wanna like, let's see what he does in the flop. He bets half the time. I don't really see any point in betting. If he has ace-x, I'm giving him 3 free outs, but at this point, I feel like I can get more value from a hand like 10s or jacks, or 9s if I just check the flop, because now he puts me on ace. If he puts me on ace-king, I can represent a bluff on the turn. He's betting really big here. I really don't like this huge bet here. He hasn't bet many turns, and he has a somewhat big aggression level. I think I'm gonna go ahead and fold. I know it sounds crazy, but there's two things that he could have. So what he did, basically, he checked so fast on the flop that it's either one of two things. It's either he has complete air, like ace king, that he just, complete airball, or he flopped like gin, or he slow played aces without four betting pre-flop. And a lot of the time players will check back really fast to represent weakness when they have a huge hand, and I've played with that guy before in a few hands actually, and just because of our history, he's actually done that before. His c-bets are typically, waits a few seconds, c-bets with nothing, gives up, or if he has like a made hand but it's not too strong, he'll like put in a c-bet, or he'll wait a while before checking. But he checked so fast that it really seemed like he had his mind made up. And a player as like him, he's actually a thinking player. So if he's a thinking player, he knows that checking back really fast usually means weakness when players aren't careful. So, and he's the type of player who will do that on purpose a lot. So I think he had aces that he slow played, or a set of queens pretty often. So I know it sounds crazy, but I called in position here with nines. No reason to believe I have the worst hand. This guy's betting 50 into 70, like really fast, and I feel like I don't have enough of a hand to continue, but it was really close. I think if it wouldn't have been bad to just call one street to see what he does on the turn. But if he's doing a bluff, it'll work if that's my mentality. So I'm going to end this video and move on to part 2, and hopefully we'll get into some more interesting spots, and hopefully I can stack a couple of opponents. And alright, thanks guys for watching. Dem Apples signing out.